Field on the shores of the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Florida.
We're in the third quarter now with the Raiders in possession of the football. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Armstrong. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play fake. Mayfield. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And you know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys he's playing with currently, guys he's played with in the past, especially offensive linemen who've kept him upright to throw the ball, receivers who've caught it. I mean, just so many people to embrace. And last but not least, a lot of coaches who called a lot of passing plays.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Mayfield now.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Flushed out right. Fights loose. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the
touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders.
I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together? And
he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Harper. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a give right side. Robinson. There's a nice move. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try to keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On fourth down, Fields.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
And the Raiders have got him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12 yards set at the third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're starting a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.